Come on. A new cab.
This locomotive is the AC4400CW, built by General Electric Transportation of Erie, Pennsylvania. This is the workhorse of the sandpatch grade, able to generate a staggering 4,400 horsepower from its motor.
We're looking at a new cab.
First off, walk over to the locomotive as indicated.
Look at this.
Open the cab door and proceed inside. To take control, you'll want the engineer's seat. Head over it.
Nah, this is. Oh my goodness.
Let's get started by letting those around us know this locomotive is operational. Begin by turning the forward headlights control to bright. There are 3 key controls to operating this locomotive. The reverser,
Enter the brake. Air brake screen by pressing I. Wow.
the right-hand levers are the brakes. There are separate controls.
Where is the release?
We're about to move, so make 2 blasts of the horn to alert anyone around. Remember, safety first. Now add some power, but not too much. Too much power too soon can damage both the locomotive and the cars. Always start off nice and slowly. Pull the throttle lever towards you by 1 notch.
So we have a different cab now.
You're moving. Great work. Push the throttle lever. That concludes the basic engineer training on this locomotive.
So that's my locomotive training, huh?
Let's take a look at how to use the turntable. It'll come in useful around Cumberland Yard.
Picking a siding.
There are 2 key components: the table, which must be locked in place to use, and the control cabin where the table is operated from. Take
Very
a seat
different.
inside the control cabin and we'll get started. On the left is a monitor to view the action outside. In the middle is the rotation control. And on the right is the table lock control. Let's activate the desk by turning the monitor on and unlocking the table. Now we want to rotate the table to point towards the nearby locomotive. Click and drag the rotation control to move the table in the direction you need. Let go of the rotation control as the design.
Just a switch. I don't know which direction I'm supposed to go in.
Before we head over to the locomotive, be sure to lock the table again so that the turntable is safe to drive onto.
Yeah, usually without the blue line, I don't know where what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, like yeah, because there's usually a blue line that'll be where my train is supposed to be. So because it's not there, I don't know where I have to work with the line I'm supposed to use. I don't know. I can't talk today. Yeah, that red line is where the loading is. I think. Well, without the blue, it's kind of confusing. Right. Push again. You have to tick the wave. I wish you could tick the wave. Trying to see if the blue will come up if I pull up far enough. Yeah, it's a cold dream what to do. Always Coltrane. That's what got to pick up right here. By the looks of it. So I guess I don't get the blue waypoint anymore. So the game's no longer holding my hand. Normally be like, stop here, back up there. So the game's not holding my hand anymore. They never really were. Where is the useful conductor when you need him? Won't they tell you, be like, oh, go this way, go that way? No, okay, they be like this little blue waypoint line that's where I'm supposed to, my train is supposed to be, and I have to make sure. Maybe I should pull up that YouTuber that I was watching who plays this. Maybe he'll know what I have to do. I want to try to finish this mission because they have to start over. Maybe if I try to pull up and I have to back up onto one of these purple lanes. So maybe the purple lanes is where I have to be. So I have to couple on this. So I need to be on the purple next to the red. So I really wish I had the blue waypoint. So I apologize if I have to keep like doing this shit over and over. Yeah, I guess we're just leaving this for someone else. I didn't even know they had door at the face of the cab. What cab? Cab.
Having just arrived in Cumberland, these need taking over to the locomotive shop for refueling and refreshment. Be sure to disconnect them from the rest of the train first.
Headlights from bright.
No, he's so late. He's got to get ahead. He needs to clean run to Bayview, and he'll probably, I'm going to take WAF fans over to meet 410.
How those people get their cars? Yeah, I can't figure it out. If I restart the mission, if I restart this mission, then I restart the entire thing. I'll look it up, see what I'm missing, because I can't figure it out. I'm not looking at my screen. I'm not looking at chat because I'm trying to look up. That's this much trouble. We're just moving to F. I have to notch up that much. I don't know. So maybe the track. See, there's the blue. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the blue. See, okay, I'm gonna show y'all. The track where I'm supposed to be, where I have to be, will be blue, which is right here. And I have to stay on that blue. So I can't find the... This is where I have to be, right here. I have to be like right here. So you won't let me back on the train. So I don't know what to do. I might have to restart this whole mission over. And I'm gonna be so damn angry. It won't let me back on the train. Because, you know, the hose is too short and it won't let me back on the train. I really don't want to do this shit all over. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so frustrated. It's just... it's not understand. I don't understand. I'm thinking about posting to my Gaming with Jazz channel on Monday and Fridays, and then do Gaming with Jazz Tuesdays and Thursdays, because, you know, views are down because of like school starting back. So I'm just gonna... yeah. I'm gonna try to get on the gold next to the train I have to hook up to. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Like, I felt like I wasn't getting noticed as an autism creator. Like, I might post my latest blog post, you know, and nobody will bat an eye, or I'll post a tweet about how I struggle. No one bat an eye, like on Twitter and Instagram. So I thought maybe it wasn't for me. I thought maybe it was too many people. Yeah, I thought maybe there were too many people talking about the same thing, and that's why it was hard. And another thing is that how people just automatically assume you know everything, keep up with everything 24/7, and don't bother to communicate to rule out a possible miscommunication or misunderstanding. Now, what happened was, I had got diagnosed when I was a sophomore in high school. So this was like 2011, 2010. Now, between 2010 and 2011, terminologies have changed and things become outdated. And it's impossible to keep up with everything 24/7 because nobody's online 24/7. It's impossible to keep up with everything that's going on 24/7. So I found a collage, and it said like, can you tell us people are autistic? No, autism doesn't have a look, right? Because people, when you know when you tell somebody you're autistic, they'll say you don't look autistic. So this person got angry, saying something about stop the inspiration porn or something like that, and I had literally no clue what the guy was talking about. I'm like, there's no porn here. Like, I'm not gonna post that type of content. Like, what kind of person do you think I am? I'm just paraphrasing what I said because I couldn't remember. So, not one person, not a single person reached out to me to rule out a possible disconnect, miscommunication. Or maybe the page that I shared the meme from, maybe the page did something recently that got a lot of people angry. So instead of thinking, okay, this page got in trouble recently, instead of thinking, okay, she's probably unaware that this page got into trouble yesterday, instead of thinking, okay, she's probably unaware that this meme doesn't mean what she thinks it is. They just assume I intended to cause harm. Now, I can't say it's a fact, but I'm just taking guess based off of everybody's reactions that they thought I knew what the meme was about, that I intended to cause harm, which I didn't. Not one person bothered to reach out to rule out a possible miscommunication or possible disconnect. Like, hey, you probably don't realize this, you probably aren't aware, but you know, memes like this isn't as helpful as you think they are because X, Y, Z. So another thing is that my blog website used to say the lone aspect, and I shared an article that I had wrote. The person didn't find it till like maybe 2 weeks after I shared it. I don't quite remember because it's been a long time. They were saying that the fact that my name has Aspie in it is gross. Didn't even bother to explain what they meant, but didn't even bother to give a single explanation as to what they meant and why the word Aspie is so controversial. So they just assumed I knew from the get-go that the word Aspie was harmful or is harmful or whatever, and did it to cause harm. So I felt like there's no place for me in a community that just automatically assumes you have ill intentions and won't bother to contact you to rule out the possibility that maybe you just didn't know. You know, right? Because terminology has changed over time. Things become outdated and people miss things. Like, we're human beings. We're not online 24/7. We can't see everything, right? I would prefer it if they were like, hey, you probably don't know this, but right. But maybe just assuming my intentions were ill from the get-go is just more convenient for them, because it's exhausting assuming around every corner that someone's intentions are, were ill, right? It's just, I don't know why people do this. It just sounds exhausting that their intentions were ill from the get-go. So I just felt like I had no place in the community that just assumes you have, that you know everything, and it can keep up with every single terminology, every single problematic page, every single this, every single that. It's just too much. People expect way too much of you. That guy could have messaged me and informed me to be careful with my use of certain words because of whatever, but no, automatically assumed I did it to because I'm an asshole. I'm just guessing based off of their reaction. It's possible that they thought I did it, that I knew the word was harmful and I did it. Maybe I'll be done with this train soon. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. I then sent the train to the void. I just yeeted that train to the void. You know what? I'm done. I'm done right now. I'm done with this. They get rid of the waypoint. So it's 2 times harder to find where you got to go. And I gotta do this shit first of all. I didn't have the train close up to the fuel pump, and I couldn't go back on the train to move it. Then they get rid of the waypoint. So it's so much harder to make sure I'm on the right lane. Then I cannot control the cab, the new cab. So I have to have it in notch 8 to move. Then I yeet the cab to the stratosphere. We are done here. We are done here. Okay? Maybe if I take a breather and come back to this mission refreshed, we'll be good.